fighting tanks, but he just seems good to pump units. He is sitting on a lot of minerals, which he's trying to spend through here, and he doesn't really have enough larvae to spend it, but we are seeing that more and more larvae pouring out now, so we may see a very, very fastly produced ball of hydras and roaches and a lot more infestors, I would imagine. Meanwhile, KJH is just trying to macro back up, play himself back in this game. He's spending very, very nicely, and he has lots and lots of marauders to try and counter these roaches, and he is bringing online a bunch of barracks. We're seeing, looks like a 7 racks at this point. No, an 8 racks going on here, so he's transitioning into heavy infantry, looking to mass pump marines and marauders to counter this Hydra Roach Ball. The problem is they're going to be vulnerable to these infested Terrans that mOOnGLaDe has been pumping out, and the fungal growths. So I'm not sure if it's going to pay off here. And now finally we are seeing these upgrades coming in, while finally we're seeing concussive shells for KJH, while we see Zerg ground and Zerg range coming in from mOOnGLaDe. So it's still, KJH is still in this game, but he's going to need to really execute well to just counter this huge macro.
The problem that KJH has right now is, while he does have a lot of siege tanks and a lot, he has all these barracks. If he goes on the offensive and gets caught out like last time, even though I love that play, putting mOOnGLaDe on the defensive, he's not going to be able to reinforce quick enough. So where this battle takes place might affect what happens in this game, because the longer this goes, mOOnGLaDe is just going to have so much money to reinforce completely. So KJH really, if he moves out, he might lose everything, but if he waits, he's always, it's really pick your poison at a point. mOOnGLaDe looking at the gold expansion just to make sure that nothing's going on there, but they're just massing up now, and there's about to be a huge fight at KJH's base now, so.
A little bit of sneaky business as KJH takes the left expansion, a roach drop going on, but now we're seeing roaches and hydras going to work against this push that was coming out from KJH. KJH being caught with his siege tanks out of position. This is really great timing by mOOnGLaDe. With these siege tanks out of position, not in siege mode, he's able to go to work. Bunch of infested Terrans coming down now, and the Raven looking to get involved, but these infested Terrans are going to morph out, and they are going to do so much damage if they're able to get close to these siege tanks. They're really starting to work through these tanks. KJH losing his line here, and he calls GG. Too strong there. Just absolutely great timing from mOOnGLaDe. That's the problem with Terran Metal, and even though every Zerg player in the world likes to cry about it, Terran Metal is very strong when those tanks are in siege mode, but when they're on the move, caught out of position like that, and not in siege tank, not in siege mode, these Hydra Roach infested Terran ball is just do so much damage, and they're not taking as much damage because there's no siege mode. So really great execution there, and there was that sneaky expansion, so that 4th base that KJH was able to bring online, but mOOnGLaDe very aware of it, and while this was all going on, he was sending 3 roaches up there to deny that. But yeah, really fantastic execution by mOOnGLaDe. I liked how KJH responded to that sneaky transition into roaches when he thought mutas were coming, but mOOnGLaDe's strategy was just too good, and his execution was just too strong.
Oh, that was fantastic play by mOOnGLaDe. I love to see him bounce back like so strongly, really, and fantastic burrow play, just making use of that really early, and really good play by mOOnGLaDe. Good to see him back strong, and it's unfortunate for KJH, but he'll be out of the tournament now. So anyway, mOOnGLaDe progresses, and love the play.
Yeah, mOOnGLaDe actually now has to wait, because it's double elimination. We have the semi-final coming up between Az and Filthy, and the winner of that semi-final goes through to the grand final, but the loser of that semi-final will actually now play mOOnGLaDe for a place in the final. So mOOnGLaDe has his work cut out for him in order to go through. He's not back into the upper bracket yet. He survived this bout with KJH, but in order to get back into the brackets, he's now going to have to verse the loser of Az and Filthy in order to play his way into the final. So mOOnGLaDe's still got his work cut out for him. That's why this lower bracket in this double elimination is so tough. But yeah, wait to see what happens in that Az vs Filthy exciting semi-final coming up, and then mOOnGLaDe will know his opponent. So stay tuned.